Welcome to another episode of the F1 Quiz Time Variety Showcase. And once again, I'll be throwing three contestants against each other in a series of Formula One themed game show like challenges. I made a couple of tweaks since the pilot episode that will hopefully improve a couple of the rounds, but let's first introduce our contestants who still have no idea what's going on. I've decided to put them in alphabetical order, so first up is Dan from F1/FE Reviews. We last saw Dan on this channel when I asked him to make predictions for the 2019 season. Are you feeling more or less confident today, Dan?
Well, at the time I was very confident with my predictions. I'm not too sure now, but I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. I should say that this episode has actually been recorded before the first episode has been broadcast, so they actually have no idea what they're about to get into still. We also got Jonty from Jonty's Corner, though you probably know him best from being on the F1 Word live streams. Hi, Jonty.
Hi, Stuart and Dan and everyone. I'm very nervous.
Everyone seems very nervous. You'll be fine, I think so. Last but not least, we've got Sean from the F1 Word, who you probably all know very well as well. We must stop bumping into each other like this, Sean. Welcome.
Hello. Yes, we're making a habit of this. I am. By the way, I'm confident. I'm here to finish third. It's as simple as that.
Okay, good to set your benchmarks nice and high. See, normally we've got together and I've asked you questions and, challenged you against each other, but you don't get to find out who wins until December. But now you'll get to find out within the hour who is the greatest of you three. Right, I'll explain this to you. So basically, we're about to enter into a variety of quiz show experiences. There'll be 4 different games to play over the next hour or so, all themed around Formula One. You'll be playing against each other to accumulate points, and the person with the most points wins. And the easiest way to find out how we play each one is just to get on with it. So let's start with our first game, Formula Fortunes. Okay, I surveyed my own YouTube channel with a series of open-ended questions, and your job is to try and guess some of those popular answers from the first 300 people I scraped from the survey. So logistically, you're going to take it in turns to try and pick one of the top answers. If you get it right, you'll win points equal to the number of people that pick that answer. You'll each have 3 lives. If you guess something not in the top answers, you'll lose a life, and I'll keep cycling around you until either all the answers are found, you get 3 wrong answers in a row, or all the lives are lost. I'll give you a chance just to look at the screen because I'm just going to display the demographics of the 300 people who I've used for this survey. Okay, so Dan, because you're alphabetically first, I'm going to make you go first in round 1.
Okie dokie.
In which I asked these 300 people, who is the best Formula One driver never to win a driver's championship?
Okay.
I'm looking for the top 10 answers.
Okay, top 10. I'm not going to go through anything because I don't want to give anything away.
That's right. You should definitely keep this.
Yes. I'm thinking, this is my sort of age group as well, so I'm going to play it safe and I'm going to say Felipe Massa.
Is Felipe Massa up there? Massa is up there. He's the second best answer, 47 points. So nice. Good start, but there's still that top answer to go. So now we move on to Jonty. Yeah.
On the demographics, and a lot of people I know you watch your channel, I'm going to have to say Daniel Ricciardo.
Interesting answer. Is he up there? That's the top answer. 68 points. Well done, Jonty. Okay. Sean. Top 2 answers are gone, but there's still plenty of points still up there.
I'm going to give correct answers. Sterling Moss.
Okay, reaching back into the archives. Did my audience say Sterling Moss? They did. 4th best answer, 29 points. But as you can see, the points are starting to drop down as you go down the top 10.
I'm surprised.
All right, Dan, you're in 2nd place right now, but they could still get that 3rd best answer.
I'm liking your logic you use there, Jonty. This might be a bit risky, might be a bit too soon, but I'm going to say Max Verstappen.
Is Max Verstappen up there? He is. That's your 3rd place answer. 38 points. Dan puts you into the lead. But Jonty with 68 points could come up behind you here. So, Jonty, 6 answers left.
Sterling Moss threw me. I didn't think any of the people would go back that far. Gilles Villeneuve.
Did anyone say Gilles Villeneuve? Yes, they did. That's your 6th best answer. But only 13 points at this point. So you did not retake the lead. Okay, Sean. It's mostly scraps now. But every point's going to count.
Jonty took my answer. Oh, this is not good. Rubens Barrichello.
Is Rubens Barrichello up there? He's not. Sorry, that's no points that time.
What?
Okay, back to Dan. Sorry, Sean.
Well, talk about dodge a bullet. I was going to say Barrichello. So cheers for that one, mate. Although what's happened now is I'm stuck. So trying to think of the... This might be a low one if it's on there, but I'm going to say Mark Webber.
Okay, Mark Webber. He still falls within that range. And he is up there. 8th place. 11 points. So, cementing your lead there, Dan. Right, Jonty. Are you going to go recent or ancient or somewhere in the middle?
Ronnie Peterson.
Oh, I like the answer, but it's not up there. I'm sorry, it's not in the top 10. That's a life lost. Right, back to Sean. You still got 2 lives left. There's still 4 answers on the board.
That's a cracking answer from Jonty, by the way. Sorry. Gerhard Berger?
The tastiest name in Formula One, but not in the top 10. I'm sorry, Sean. I think you might be reaching for a slightly different demographic.
We could be here a while.
Okay. Well, Dan, we've had 2 incorrect answers in a row, so if you don't get a correct answer, the round stops here.
Okay, so I could just throw it, but that's boring.
I'm
not going to do that.
Good.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going. Although I am pretty stuck. I'm going to say, again, it might be a bit left of field, but David Coulthard.
David Coulthard, square jaw, round helmet. They did not pick David Coulthard. Sorry, Dan. But that's still good for you because you still came out top in round 1 of Family Fortunes, even though it says round 2 at the top because I forgot to reset it. Oops. Good round with Jonty coming second. Sean, you're behind at the moment, but you will get a chance to go first in round 3. Let me reveal the remaining answers for you. You may be surprised with some of these. Number 10, Montoya, an old favourite.
Oh, wow. Oh, dear.
I'm sorry, who thought he was good?
I liked Montoya. In position 9, Leclerc.
Benson?
Leclerc.
Oh no!
It's his second year. Come on.
Well, he still never won a championship. This one might be a surprise to a lot of people. 7th place, Bottas, on equal footing with Webber, 11 points.
Will not laugh. Will not laugh. Will not laugh.
Well, if you're not going to laugh at that, 5th place, Nico Hulkenberg. That's left field.
Yeah.
20 points
No.
would have been on offer there. So there we go. I'm not saying they're the correct answers. I'm saying those were the most popular answers. So with that, I'll bank your points. And Jonty, you're going to go first to answer the question. A racing circuit you'd hate to see dropped from the Formula One calendar. I'd like the top 10 answers from my audience. Or at least from that slice of my audience.
I think that slice of the audience, got to say Brazil.
Is Brazil up there? It is, but it's only the 7th highest answer.
What?
16 points. So plenty still up there. Sean.
Race of the year for 2018, Canada. It's got to be Canada. It has to be on there.
Is it? Canada is up there, but it's only 9th.
What?
I
Oh, Abu Dhabi's going to be number 1, isn't it, again?
I did accidentally poll Liberty. Yeah, so the top half of the answers are up there. Dan, can you keep your streak up?
Well, I'm stunned. I thought going third, I'm going to be a bit stuck, but thank you for leaving Azerbaijan open, boys. That's my answer.
I knew he'd say that.
Azerbaijan is the fourth highest answer, 24
Okay, that'll do.
points. So a handful of points all round, but plenty still to go for. Back to Jonty.
Monza. Oh, no, I'm being stupid.
Monza is the sixth highest answer, just 17 points.
I know what the top one is.
But does Sean?
I think I'm just about to ruin Jonty's night. I'm going to go with Spa, Belgium.
Spa, Belgium is the top answer. 62
Yes.
points. Took you
I
long
didn't
enough to
know.
get there. Well done, Sean. Okay, Dan, top answer's gone.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm thinking Silverstone's got to be pretty high. That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay, does my audience like Silverstone? They do. That's the second highest answer. Now we're cooking. 47
Nice.
points there. Okay, Jonty. Top two are gone. You can still get 3 or 5. Fascinating look into the mind. Monaco is that third best answer. Well done. That's giving you 43 points.
Even though I would drop it.
Even though you would drop it, even though a lot of people would drop it. Points currently sitting at 71, 76, 76 for this round as we go back to Sean.
We're throwing a bit of a curveball because it's given us some great races over the last few years. What about Bahrain?
Is Bahrain up there? It is not. It's the first incorrect answer of this round. Okay. Back to Dan. That third place not looking too bad now.
Yeah, it's not. I'm a little bit stuck, but I think maybe America, USA.
America is up there. That's the fifth best answer. 18
Nice.
points to you. Nice solid heap of points there, Dan. Well done. Right, Jonty. 8th and 10th left. We could complete this board.
Suzuka has to be up there.
Suzuka is up there. That's the 8th best answer. 15 points. This gives you the lead in this round. Okay, Sean. Finish it off. Number 10 is...
Germany?
It's not Germany. Sorry, Sean.
If this is Abu Dhabi, I'm going mad.
Dan, can you single it out?
Probably not. Singapore.
Is that final answer? Well done. That's 9 points
Good
to you.
shout.
Nice.
Just about gives you the lead there. Well done. You completed the board, you guys. All right, Dan, that's another round to you. But I will say, like, in the next games, the points start to ramp up. So this is a nice, gentle way in. Okay, Dan, you're still leading, but Sean, you get to go first this time with the very abstract question, which I asked my audience. Name a motorsport series better than F1.
What if there isn't one? I don't think it is, but MotoGP?
Is MotoGP an answer? It is up there. It's the fifth best answer, 18 points. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to agree. You just have to think, what did they say? Don't worry, no one's going to take this as explicit endorsements. All right, Dan, you're second place this time.
I mean, I sort of have to say this, but Formula E.
Do they like Formula E? They do. It's the second best answer, 32 points.
Good.
Right, back crowd to Jonty.
Oh,
Last to pick, but there's still that first place up there.
Formula 2.
Formula 2 is not up there.
What?
I know, even though I think it's a sure thing. No, they did not pick Formula 2. Sean.
I'll go with IndyCar.
My audience do like IndyCar. That's the 4th best answer. On par with MotoGP, actually, 18 points. Good work. Back to Dan.
I was going to say IndyCar, so I'm going to go with instead WEC.
WEC is the 3rd best answer. Good, you plugged that gap. 26 points. Right. Jonty. Life down. But that top answer's still there.
Switch it up a little bit and say WRC.
WRC is up there. 17 points. 6th best answer. So you've got 2 to 6.
Needed the top.
Yeah, the top would be good for you right now. But Sean's turn now.
Wow, you can tell I don't watch much other than Formula One. Touring cars?
Is an answer. It's the 10th best answer up there. So only 5 points, but better than none. 7, 8, and 9, and 1 still on the board. Dan.
I cannot work out what number 1 is. I'm going to say NASCAR. That might be on there, but I don't know what number 1 is.
NASCAR is number 9. 6 points. Still that top answer open for Jonty.
Stick with the theme. World Rally Cross. WRX.
World Rally Cross is the 7th best answer. Well done.
Come on.
13 points. So, top answer and 8th best answer still there. Sean.
British Superbikes?
That's not an answer. Sorry.
Shocking.
Good guess, though. All right, Dan.
I don't think I know any others. This generation demographic. I don't know if this really counts, but it's my answer. I'm going to say esports.
Is not on the board. That's 2 lives. That's 2 wrong answers in a row. So, Jonty, to keep the game open, you have to find one of these missing answers.
All right, knowing that a lot of your subs and fans are quite intelligent people, I'm going to say trials.
Good work flattering the audience. They didn't pick that. That's it. Round over. Again, Dan won. Good work, Dan.
Thank you very much.
All right, is it blank pan?
It's not. I'll tell you what the 8th best answer is, though. Australian supercars. V8s.
Oh, was it?
That would have got you 8 points. Now, the number 1 answer. Left field was none.
Come on.
Boo.
That would have got you.
I mean, they're right.
134 points if you'd had the gumption to say none. But never mind, that's all right. Healthy points around. I'm going to bank those points and take a look at the current scores. Dan's in the lead with 258, followed by Jonty on 202. Sean's 3rd place at the moment with 146. Sorry, Jonty, you were going to say.
How is Formula 2 not up there? Seriously.
I know. I was as shocked as you. Clearly they're not watching it as much as, people on Twitter seem to be.
Too busy watching Giant Jenga on the F1 show.
Well, that's right. Right, people who are watching this stream, watch Formula 2. It's lots of fun. I've started watching it this year. Okay, so we're going to move on to our second game, which is a little twist on what we just played. It's called Out of the Points. Out of the points.
Call it Grosjean.
Ooh, it started. Out of the points is a reversal of Formula Fortunes. Once again, I surveyed my audience and I took the first 495 replies, slightly, but not completely arbitrarily. I asked them specific questions rather than open questions, and your job is to try and identify a correct answer to the question, but you're looking for the least picked answers. So I'm going to start by giving you each 1,000 points at the beginning of each round, and you're going to lose points equal to how many people picked your answer. In each round, you'll take it in turns again until everyone has had 2 goes. If you choose an incorrect answer, you will lose 500 points. So be careful. Yeah, they got to pick multiple answers to these questions. So they didn't just have to pick just the one thing that came to their mind. And I did ask them not to cheat, but, do you trust them? Dan, you went first last time, so Jonty, you're going to get to go first in the first round this time. So I asked the 495 people to name any driver that has started both a Formula 1 race and a Formula E race as of the middle of March, which is when I took that question. So, yeah, Jonty, you'll go first this time. You'll need to tell me a correct answer that's one of the most popular correct answers. There are 26 answers to choose from.
Okay. Nelson Piquet Jr.
Nelson Piquet Jr. is a correct answer, and it's worth, I'm afraid I don't have the funky countdown animation, 122 points. That was
Oh, ouch.
the 20th best answer. So that's a healthy blow, but not the worst answer you could have picked. Sean.
I'm cringing as I say this because I know he was involved in Formula E somehow, but Jaime Alguersuari?
Jaime Alguersuari is also a correct answer. 27 points. Good
Get in.
It's still the 14th best answer, so plenty of more good answers still on the board. Well done. 27 points. And over to Dan.
Okay. I feel this is a round I should do well in, hopefully.
Let's hope.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Liuzzi.
Vitantonio Liuzzi, also a correct answer. It's just 6 points. Nice.
Thank you very much.
The 7th best answer, so still better answers out there, or probably joint better answers out there. Well done. Right, Dan, once again, in the lead. We get one more go each. So what I'm going to do is classic out of the point style. We're going to go backwards. So, Dan, you get to go again.
I got a couple of answers in my head. I'm going to take a bit of a risk here, and I'm going to say Andre Lotterer.
Okay. That is a correct answer. 20 points. So another solid answer. The 12th best answer. So, quite a lot of answers here with not very many points, which is great. Let's bank those points for you. And we're going backwards. So back to Sean. This is your last attempt at this board.
I'm battling with 2.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with Karun Chandok.
Karun Chandok. Also a correct answer. Well done. 11 points. Nice answer. Also the 11th best answer on there. 11's all round for Karun Chandok. Well done, Sean. Now, Jonty. You had quite a high answer the first time, so probably best to balance that out with the best answer on the board, whatever that might be.
I'm struggling. I'm going to have to go with Jean-Eric Verne.
Jean-Eric Verne. Yep, correct answer.
Going to be huge, though.
250 points. It's a big answer. It was the 22nd best answer. So you took a hit in this round, Jonty. So Dan ended up with the most points in that round. He had 974 points left from his top. Sean with 962, Jonty with 628. Let me just bank those for you. I can tell you the top answers were 5th best answer, Charles Pick would have got you 4 points. 4th best, Kobayashi, 2 points. 3rd best, Justin Wilson with 2 points. 2nd with 1 point, Sakon Yamamoto. And the top answer would have been pointless, Frank Montagny. Frank Montagny. But never mind. Sean, you're going to get to go first in the second round about other points. The question I asked is people to name Formula One drivers that won the championship but didn't come back the next year to defend it. There are only 7 answers. Yeah.
That's tricky. I'm gonna go. Am I? Yes, I am. Nigel Mansell?
Nigel Mansell is a correct answer. It's 80 points. It was the 5th best answer. So not too bad. Not too bad. But still 4 better answers out there. Okay, we go forwards to Dan this time. Dan?
It's more historical. This is where I'm going to trip up a little bit. So I'm going to have to be brave. Jochen Rindt
is a correct answer, and it's worth 53 points. Good work. It was the 4th best answer, so 1 better than Nigel Mansell. Dan, playing a great game today. Jonty.
I'm torn because the only one I can think of is so obvious. I'm going to take a punt and say Mika Hakkinen.
It's not the answer.
I couldn't remember if he'd come back or not.
Mika Hakkinen, not a correct answer. He won the title and then stayed and lost it to Schumacher the next year. That's a big hit. But you get another go because we get to go backwards. And it's a scant board, so one of them could easily fall into the same trap. What you got?
I can't think. Alan Jones.
It's also not an answer. Oh, that was a big hit this round. Right. Sorry for that, Jonty. You've lost all your starting points for this round.
Yeah.
As we come back to Dan. So you can play a little bit safer now because any answer will...
Yeah. I watched a film the other week called Senna, and I'm not saying Senna is my answer, but I believe Prost is my answer.
And Prost is a correct answer.
Nice.
Damn you.
102 points though, so it's a
Nice.
sixth best answer, but a safe answer rather than a wild answer. All right, Sean. You're the last person to answer, so you could just talk us through all the remaining people, which you obviously know. 4 people left.
Yeah. Well, Alain Prost was my answer. Thanks, Dan. I'm surprised you didn't go for Grosjean.
Mate.
I'm kind of torn now as to whether to go for the obvious Nico Rosberg, or is that going to be that high that I may as well take a punt and hope that it scores lower.
You're second anyway.
So I'm going to go for... Good luck editing this.
The board is yours.
Fangio. Oh, did you hear the cringe in my voice as I said it?
Juan Manuel Fangio is a correct answer.
Is it?
22 points. The 3rd best answer there. Very well done. Worth taking the punt. Good work with that. Yeah, Fangio. Fangio, I think after his first title, due to injury, couldn't take part in the next year's championship. So sat it out and came back the year after. Good answer. Right. Anyone know what the remaining 3 people are?
Rosberg.
Rosberg's one of them.
Stuart
was another one. Stuart.
Damn it.
Hawthorne was another one. Jonty.
Oh, Jonty, what are you doing? It's too late now.
Phil Hill.
No, not Phil Hill. Wait, who's the one we haven't
Jackie
seen?
Hicks.
Prost, Stuart, Rindt, Fangio, Hawthorne, Rosberg, and Mansell.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Oh well. Well, Jonty, you had them. You had the answers in the palm of your hand.
They were the 2 best as well, weren't they?
Mike Hawthorne was the best. Jackie Stewart was the second best. So you can kick yourself. Mike Hawthorne would have been 6 points. Jackie Stewart would have been 11 points.
Is my head on the microphone?
Well, there'll still be plenty of chances later. I'll bank these points. Right, the third round of this, slightly different because there are specific answers. So I asked people to identify the names of drivers from their initials and their first Grand Prix win. So I'm going to just show you all these initials and Grand Prix wins that I gave them now, and then Jonty, you're going to go first to pick one you think there's the least well answered. I'll show you them to you now. Okay, 1. GF, Brazil 2003. MA, South Africa 71. JV, Europe 96. RS, San Marino 2001. JB, Hungary 2006. PM, Spain 2012. RB, Germany 2000. NP, USA 1980. And JS, Germany 63. Jonty, you get your first pick of these.
Yeah. I know them all.
That's good.
Well, I think I know them all. Now, stay safe. Well, I think is safe. Say MA South Africa 71 will be Mario Andretti.
MA is Mario Andretti. Well done. That's a solid answer. 99 points, but that was the second best answer. So nice, solid scoring there. Sean.
Again, I think I know them all, same as Jonty. And seeing as it was a milestone race, just like we've got coming up this weekend, sort of, Giancarlo Fisichella, Brazil 2003.
Brazil 2003 was Giancarlo Fisichella for a nice 178 points. Fourth best answer up there. So, Jonty with the lead at the moment, but it's time for Dan to have a crack. A mixture of history and more modern Grand Prix there, so...
Yeah, I'm not as confident as these guys, unfortunately. I'm going to go with number 3, Jacques Villeneuve.
Number 3 is Jacques Villeneuve. Well done. That gets you 209 points, but is the fifth best answer there.
Okay, that'll do.
Okay, so 6 answers still up there. Dan, you get to have another go.
I think I'm going to have to be a little bit more on the edge this time. Number 9, I don't know, John Surtees.
Number 9 is John Surtees.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well done, Dan.
Oh,
Good shout, Dan.
24
Well done,
points. It was the best answer. That was deliberately there to trip you up. I have to admit, I put that there to try and get you into saying Jackie Stewart. Well done.
I didn't think of him. Oh, that's my knowledge for you.
Yeah, well done. Okay, back to Sean.
We'll go Nelson Piquet, number 8, USA 1980.
USA 1980 is very much Nelson Piquet, and that gets you 160 points. Third best answer up there. Pretty solid. Okay, I think the second best answer is still up there.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You already got that. So with Mario Andretti. So yeah, Jonty.
Well, I'm going to hope that whatever the next best is Ralph Schumacher, San Marino 2001.
San Marino is Ralph Schumacher. It's 245 points. Sixth best answer, that one. So not too bad. There were some quite high scoring numbers on this round, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. I can try and remember how to reveal the answers. I'll talk you through the rest of the board, unless anyone else can do it for me. Number 7, RB, Germany.
Rubens Barrichello.
It was Rubens Barrichello. PM, Spain.
Pasta Maldonado.
Very good. JB, Hungary.
Button.
Jensen Button was right, and those were very high answers. Those were the 3 highest answers there. So you guys did well. You avoided the worst of the board, and Jonty came out on top. Just squeaked past Sean on that one. Well done. After out of the points, then Dan, you're still in the lead. Not too far behind you is Sean with 200. No, I can't read. With 2,668. Jonty, your wipeout in round 2 out of the points has cost you quite a bit. You're a little bit behind, but there'll be plenty of points to be able to get now. You're on 1486. Okay.
If I got them in the right order, it would have been an enormous lead.
It would have been amazing. I bet you're kicking yourself, but never mind.
That's fun.
Okay, we're going to go on to the third of our 4 games. Bad commentary. Bad commentary is a game of description with restriction. In each round, one player is going to be given a series of cards with a word or phrase that they're going to have to describe verbally to another player. And you have to do this without saying the name of the thing or any of the given keywords on the card. So you might have a card that says Ayrton Senna. You'd have to describe Ayrton Senna without saying the words like driver, Brazilian, McLaren, or champion, for example. Each round will have a speaking player and a listening player trying to guess the words. The speaking player gets 10 cards and 90 seconds to try and describe as many as they can. So if you get it right, just move straight on to the next card. You can pass at any point you like, but you can't come back to the cards later. So at the end of each round, the listening player and the speaking player both get 150 points per correctly guessed answer. Does that all make sense?
Yep.
That's good. Right. So my plan was I was going to get the highest placed person to speak to the second highest placed person for round 1. So they're thrown in at the deep end first. So, Dan, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Sean, are you ready to listen?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Your timer starts now.
Kimi Räikkönen needs his what?
Ice cream?
No.
Steering wheel?
Yes.
Kimi Räikkönen pole position last year.
US Grand Prix?
Yes. Oh, no. Sorry.
Monza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Canada before the really long straight. Type of...
Kubica?
Okay.
No.
Hairpin crash?
Yes.
Hairpin.
Jeez. Spain 2012.
Maldonado?
Yes.
Yeah. Pass that one. This is hard. I'm passing that one. That's mean. This is a difficult one. Driver wears it.
Helmet?
Yes.
That's the one. That's hard as well. Skipping that one. It's not a blue flag. It's a.
Yeah, you said the word.
Oh, did I? Sorry. Jeez. Practice something race.
There?
Practice.
Start.
Then something. Then the race.
Qualifying.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's it. Wow, you got through them all. Well done. You skipped. I had to stop you with yellow flag because you said flag.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, wait. You got six of them right.
That'll do.
You just keep the ones you skipped yourselves because I'll just use them again later.
That's cool.
So now, Sean, you're going to move into the speaking role and you're going to speak to Jonty.
Apologies in advance, mate.
That was a lose.
Okay, I'm ready to go. Right, Sean, you ready to go?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, Jonty, you ready to guess?
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
luck, mate.
90 seconds then, starting now.
They were redesigned for this year.
Front wings.
Yes.
Yep. Kept blowing up in Alonso's car.
Honda.
Yes.
People keep asking for this to come back to pit stops. But
Lollipop.
without the re.
Fueling.
Yes. I'll do.
Also kind of got redesigned slightly for this year, but it helps. That doesn't matter. Pass. Pass. I can't. Seriously, that is bad.
Come on.
Halfway through.
I'm just having total brain fart. Going around a corner, it's not under.
Oversteer.
Yes.
Shown at the end of the race. Oh,
Chicken flag. Yeah.
hasty.
also redesigned for this year, but not at the front.
Oh.
The opposite to earlier.
Rear wing.
Yes.
They
15
shot it
seconds.
over team radio
Box.
for new tyres. Yep.
Yep.
All of it got a pretty good redesign for this year, in general.
Time.
Ugh.
That last one was aerodynamics. Good theme you ran with, though.
Well, that went well.
You also got 6. Well done for that. Yeah, the other redesign part was a side pod, but that was very tricky.
That hasn't been redesigned at all. That's why I gave it when I said it.
You're
So I'm off.
Yeah, 600 points each for that one. So basically all square after the first attempts. So we come full circle now for the final round of this, with Jonty speaking to Dan. Okay, do you feel ready to describe?
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
More positive, Jonty. Come on.
all right, Dan, you ready to listen?
I was confident, but after what Jonty just said, I'm not too sure.
Okay, you got 10 cards, and 90 seconds starts now.
You'll get a penalty if you do it.
Cut corner.
Yes.
3 of them gets you pole position.
Qualifying. 3 of them. 3 of them gets you pole position. Sectors. Fastest sectors. No.
Colour.
Purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it up.
Pass. The guy who made all the money decisions around the whole sport before the
Bernie
current.
Eccleston.
Yes.
When you get from behind to in front.
Overtake.
Yes.
Prevents the car from going faster.
What the?
Opposite accelerate.
Decelerate. Brake.
Yes.
Williams for years.
Rubbish. World champions. I don't know.
Pass.
Constructors are.
2 guys, one's annoying. You hear them all the time.
Commentators.
Yeah.
Without racing without the fuel.
Electricity.
You love it. You love it.
Formula E.
Yes. Time.
uh,
But you got 7 correct answers. Well done.
Right.
Without even getting to the last one. Good work, team.
I had no idea I was going to do the last one.
There are some tricky ones in there. What was the one you...
Intermediate without saying wet, dry, tyre, or green.
Well, you know, tyres for rubber for weather. I don't know, but 700 points is pretty good. Well done. I'll bank all of those.
Thanks, Dan.
So fairly even Stevens in that round. So the scores are relatively still quite similar, though Jonty has made a bit of ground on Sean, due to his partnership with Dan in that last round. Okay, final game. This one. I'm calling it the meanest game, and potentially a big swing in points available here. This one is called Mind Games. In Mind Games, you're going to take it in turns, one by one, to answer F1 related trivia questions of varying difficulty. If you get the question right, you win 200 points. If you get it wrong, you don't get any points. But it's not as simple as that. Before asking the question, I'll reveal the topic to you. So the topic might be racing circuits. At this point, before you get to see the question, the other two people have to bet some of their points on whether or not you're going to get it right. You can bet 100, 300, or 500 points. If you get it right, you win those points. If you get it wrong, you lose those points. As in, if your bet is correct. People who watched the first episode notice I've tweaked the point system a little bit to stop the sort of stalemates that were happening. I've got 9 questions to ask, so I'm going to cycle through so everyone's had 3 questions asked of them. Dan, as the leader, you'll get to answer the first question.
Cool.
I would keep a poker face as to how confident you feel about it when I tell you the topic is racetracks.
Okay, that'll do.
Jonty, do you think Dan will get a question on racetracks correct? And how much are you willing to stake on that?
100.
On whether he'll get it right or whether he'll get it wrong?
Oh, you can do it each way?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
That's why it's mean.
Oh.
You can bet against Dan if you like.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, okay. Then 300 wrong.
Thanks.
Sure.
There's a lot of tracks.
There are a lot of tracks. And I guess Jonty, as you're trailing at the moment, you've got to play a bit tactical. Sean.
Despite your Grosjean fanboyism, I will put some faith in you, Dan, and I'll say 100 to get it right.
Okay.
Nervously.
So now, Dan, I'm going to ask you the question. The question is, in local time, what time does the Singapore Grand Prix race start?
Well, it's quite a difficult one. Okay, so they're usually 10 past the hour these days. It's a night race, I know that. So I'm going to say 10 past 9.
Is incorrect. It's 10 past 8.
Oh, no.
So no points for
Thanks,
Dan.
Dan.
300 points for
welcome.
Jonty.
Love you.
And Sean loses 100 points for his faith in Dan.
Sorry, man.
Never again.
Next question goes to Jonty this time. The topic is mottos. Dan.
I'll spice this up a bit. I'm going to say Jonty's going to get it wrong for 500.
Ooh.
Dan.
That's a big bet against Jonty. He won't forget this soon.
Very vague subject, though.
This is personal now.
Sean, you've been friends with Jonty for a while now.
This is the kind of thing he excels in. It's the kind he just buries things in the back of his mind and he'll come out with, I'll go again, 100 right. I'll play it relatively safe.
Okay. So, Dan's made a big bet against Jonty and Sean's once again gone with him. Jonty, your question is, Lewis Hamilton's motto comes from a Maya Angelou poem and is emblazoned on his helmet and tattooed on his back. But what is it?
Still I rise.
Is the right answer.
Excellent poem.
Is the right answer. Well done, Jonty. Sorry, Dan.
Whoops.
That's a big swing against you. Which means you've now lost the lead to Sean.
Oh, that's even worse now.
Okay, and Jonty's quite close behind you now. Good answering, Jonty. Right. But Sean, you're up now. And your topic is driver lives. Not as in like, the opposite of driver deaths, but just sort of drivers living their lives. We'll do Jonty first this time. Where's your faith placed?
That's a very weird one again. So Screw it, 300 correct.
Jonty's going with Sean for 300 points. Dan?
I'm going to say 100 incorrect.
Going against Sean. Could be a big swing here again. Sean, your question. In 2007, Kimi Räikkönen reportedly entered a snowmobile race in a gorilla costume under the name of which Formula One driver? Former Formula One driver.
I have absolutely no idea. What? I mean, I assume he was drunk. So... James Hunt?
Is the correct answer.
What?
No.
Well done. Of all the names you could have picked, James Hunt was absolutely the correct answer.
Isn't he like his hero or something? That's what I just went with. Wow.
Points to Sean and Jonty there. Dan, you lose some more points.
Great.
Which means you're actually in last place now after leading almost the entire time. But you're up next to answer a question on the topic of rules and regulations.
Okay.
Yeah, Jonty, go on again. No, wait, Jonty, you picked first last time. Sean, you pick what you want to bet on Dan this time.
Well, I mean, he let me down last time, didn't he? But rules and regulations, I'd like to think he'd know the answer. So, because I'm in the lead, I'm going to be boring and play it safe and say 100 correct.
Okay. Sean goes with Dan. Jonty?
I'm also going to go with him on this one. He should know these. So, 100 correct.
100 correct. Okay. So, Dan, if you get this right, you'll gain 100 points over the other two. The question is, with the exception of the Monaco Grand Prix, all race distances are defined as the smallest number of laps needed to exceed how many kilometres?
Uh-oh. Okay. I think it's pretty I don't know this. I should know this. It's funny as well because I don't even know how far kilometres are. So that's even better. No laughing, please. 150?
It's 305.
Wow. Well, there you go.
So it's slightly wrong. But you actually took Sean and Jonty down a peg because they lost more points than you.
Well, that's good.
So, tactical choice there. Who knows? Okay, over to Jonty now. The scores are quite close, but Sean's got a few 100 points lead on you and Dan. The topic of your question is going to be F1 records. Sean.
I'll go 100. I think correct. He knows this stuff.
Okay, yeah. Sean playing it very conservative in mind games. Dan.
Dan could take the lead here.
Yeah, you're in second place at the moment.
Yeah.
Pressure.
Jonty's a smart boy. He's a very smart boy, but 500 points incorrect is what I'm going to go with.
Oh.
I'm enjoying myself a bit too much here. In a minute, I'm going to get too carried away.
I like your wild style. Okay, Jonty. Your question is, Michael Schumacher has the record for winning the title with the most number of rounds left. But how many races were left to go when he wrapped things up in his record-breaking year?
6.
Is correct. Although, for some reason, it's coming up as midnight on the thing. But it's correct. Sorry, Dan, that's really swung against you now. 200 points to Jonty, 100 points to Sean, minus 500 to Dan, which now puts him 1,000 points behind Sean, who's leading. But there's 4 questions left to go. With Sean taking his second question on the topic of recent results. I'll go I can't remember which way around we did this. Dan, you go to bet first.
I'm sort of stuck now because if I go too big correct, he can throw in these mind games. So I'm sorry, Sean. 500 incorrect again.
Ouch.
Well, Dan's going to have to play it tactically now to regain those points. Jonty.
Nah, you've been doing this. You've been doing this a while now. 300 correct.
Jonty going with Sean on this one. All right, Sean, your question is, in 2018, which team scored more points? Sahara Force India or Racing Point Force India? Ignoring disqualifications.
It was Sahara Force India.
Correct, it was Sahara Force India.
No.
I thought about getting that wrong then, but no.
59 points to 52 points. It's a close run thing. Dan, it's not looking great for you right now.
No, it's not.
But you've got your last question to answer. You're on about 2,500 points. Shanti's on about 4,000. Sean on about 4,200. So probably between Jonty and Sean right now. But Dan,
go all in if you can.
Dan can go full chaos. Right, Dan, you're going to answer a question on the topic of driver numbers.
Oh, okay.
Let's, Jonty, go on. You bet first.
I was hoping you'd say Sean, so I could just do the opposite. I'm going to say 100 correct.
Okay. Jonty's small amount of faith with Dan. Sean?
You need to ask. I'll go 100 correct, please.
Oh, gentle. Okay, Dan, your question. Who was the last driver to win a championship in the number 5 car?
Ooh.
Who was the other moan?
I know that.
Oh, sorry,
Come on,
Jonty. If Jonty knows that, then it must be the 70s or something. Number 5. You see, if I will go with Villeneuve.
Is not the right answer. The answer was Sebastian
shame.
Vettel.
Must have been Vettel.
What a shame.
But never mind. But you've also caused Jonty and Sean to lose more points. So you've actually moved towards them very slightly.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Very tactical.
Yeah. Okay. Right, Jonty, your final question is on the topic of music. You probably should get this right to try and keep up with Sean.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Dan, you can go chaotic first.
I wonder what I'm going to pick. I feel there's limited questions you could do this on, but I reckon that's a red herring. So incorrect 500, I will go with again.
Okay, Dan's gone incorrect. Sean?
This is such a broad topic. 100. I'll go incorrect because I've been boring so far.
Okay. Jonty, they don't believe in you today. Your question. Who wrote F1's official theme song introduced in 2018?
Brian Tyler.
Correct.
Damn.
Okay, that's given you... Sorry, Dan, again. This has really been an absolute... Okay, Jonty, you are on 4,086 points. Sean, you're on 4,068 points. So...
Oh!
The one time I go incorrect. Thanks, Jonty.
So... Well, okay. Sean, you're going to be asked the very last question of this whole video on the topic of F1 management. I'll go Dan first, I guess.
I mean, there's not really a lot of difference I can make at this point, so I will go 500 correct.
500 correct. All in on Sean. Right. Jonty.
This is horrible.
You trying to do the maths?
I've got no choice. I have to go 300 correct. That's my only chance to win. Really.
So Jonty going with Sean on this one. Now, Sean, if you get this right... Oh, this is weird. This puts Sean in a weird position.
I was going to say, I could play this as a real... Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's all. Okay, well, that's why it's mind games. Okay. Sean, your question. The global TV feed for Formula One is broadcast through which small town in Kent?
Wow, that's hard.
Are you being sarcastic? I'm hoping you're being like real with that, Jonty, because I genuinely have no bloody idea. In fact, I couldn't name you a town in Kent. Oh, I have to make up a town name.
I appreciate that you're trying to answer the question, though.
Oh, I don't know.
I have no idea of a town in Kent, so I'm just going to have to say Kent. I literally have no idea. I can't. Yeah.
Well, your faith was misplaced, Jonty. The answer was...
Is it Maidstone?
It's Biggin Hill.
Oh, of course it is.
Which you did know, Biggin Hill, where I grew up, where I lived for like 20 years. Biggin Hill. And with that, Sean wins the game with a wrong answer.
Wow.
I appreciate you having a go. 4,068 points to Sean. Jonty comes second with 3,786. Dan going full bananas in my games, betting the house every single. Comes in third after leading for quite a long time. 1,500 points to Dan, but I fully appreciate you absolutely going all in. So good game, everyone. Well done, Sean. I think it was quite tight at the end there.
So close.
You didn't succeed in coming third, which was what you aimed for.
It's the story of my life, to be honest. Just aim as low as I can, then I'm pleasantly surprised if it all goes really well.
Yeah.
A bit like my channel, really.
Yeah, well, good work, everyone. I think you all had good rounds in there. I guess I'll wrap up the official part of this now. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. Congratulations to Sean. We'll be back with another episode of this at some point. I don't have a recording scheduled, but it'll be there. It'll be there at some point. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.
Hooray.